Welcome to Payroll Insights tutorials. In this, we will focus on how loan and advances are implemented in our system. From the list of modules displayed, we choose the transaction module, choose loans and advances, which is divided into two parts, disbursement and recovery. Disbursement is used to sanction a loan and recovery is used to make modifications in loan according to user requirements. Firstly, we will discuss disbursement. Open the disbursement form, and once you open the form, a disbursement number got generated automatically, and it is a unique loan identification number. Then you select the employee from the employee selection tool. Select the type of loan given by your company. And you are provided with two types of installments. One is EMI and other one is RMI. EMI is based on simple interest and RMI is based on compound interest. We will consider them one by one. Let's start with EMI. Suppose the loan which the employee has applied for is Rs 1 lakh, and we specify that amount over here. In case of EMI, we have got two options. Either you specify the installment amount or you specify the number of installments. Suppose we specify the number of installments as 12 and click enter. On the right hand side, you can see a recovery track generated based on loan input by user. Or we could have chosen the installment amount, say 10,000, and the recovery track would change accordingly. The recovery track specifies the pay date and the installment amount to be recovered on that pay date. We may also specify the interest rate, though it's not necessary in case of EMI. For example, let the interest rate be 2%. As you can see, the interest amount and the relative installments have been calculated automatically. Once you are done with these details, in order to sanction a loan, specifying three dates is necessary. Firstly, the date on which the employee requested for the loan or disbursement date. Suppose it's 1st September. Secondly, the sanction date is the date on which the loan has been sanctioned. Let's make it 30th September. And lastly, the date when installments start reflecting as deductions from his salary, which is known as recovery start date. Suppose we make it 1st October. This is all the details needed to disburse a loan. We may put some remarks for our future reference. Once we click on save, the loan details are saved in the system, which can be referred by that disbursement number later. The recovery will start as per recovery track automatically, and no future effort from the user is needed for the same. Next, we move on to RMI, in which we follow the same process, but we cannot specify the installment amount here. Only the number of installments can be specified. And also specifying interest rate is mandatory. The rest of the process goes as it is.